Her trembling voice echoed in my ears as she spoke the words that shattered my world. Her eyes were empty, devoid of guilt. We sat across from each other at the dining table we had chosen so carefully when building our home. I had expected an ordinary evening, filled with her usual chatter about work or her latest fitness goals. Instead, she set her fork down, locked her gaze on me, and said, "I'm moving in with Anthony. We're having a baby." For a moment, time froze. My wife, the foundation of the life we had built, had just demolished it with one brutal sentence. At first, I thought it was some cruel attempt at humor. A shaky laugh escaped me as I waited for her to crack a smile, but her face didn't shift. It was steady, unyielding. She meant every word. My chest tightened, as though a stone had lodged itself against my heart. The first words out of my mouth weren't why. They were when had our vows become meaningless to her? When had Anthony, her so-called co-worker, replaced a husband who had stood by her through everything? She didn't hesitate. She admitted the affair had been going on for months, that she was tired pretending to be happy with me. Rage surged through me. I wanted to shout, to break something, to release the storm boiling inside, but I didn't. Instead, I sat in silence, absorbing every word. Unlike the movies, there was no flipping tables or storming out. I stayed eerily calm, and that calmness seemed to unsettle her more than any outburst would have. She had expected tears, begging, maybe even a fight for her to stay. Instead, I let her confession hang heavy in the room. Then I asked the one question that froze her. "Did you really think I wouldn't notice?" That's when I saw it, a flash of fear in her eyes. The truth was, I had known about Anthony for some time. The late-night calls, the sudden obsession with her appearance, the phone that never left her hand. I noticed it all. I had even followed her once, watching her slip into his apartment. I had been bracing for this moment, though the pain still cut deep. What she didn't realize was that I was already ahead of her. She thought she was destroying my reality, but she was only confirming what I already knew. She tried to defend herself, saying Anthony brought back passion and excitement, things she claimed our marriage lacked. I stayed quiet, but in my mind I replayed all the years I had dedicated to her happiness, the long hours, the sacrifices, the dreams I'd set aside to give her the life she wanted. I wasn't perfect, but I was faithful, and in her eyes, that wasn't enough. My silence must have rattled her, because she finally asked, "Aren't you going to say something?" I leaned back, met her eyes, and calmly said, "I hope you find what you're looking for." Then I revealed my hand. While she was busy building fantasies with Anthony, I had already been meeting with a lawyer. Her face went pale. She had expected me to be shattered, to hold on desperately. Instead, I told her I had proof of her affair, that the divorce papers were nearly ready, and that she'd get only what the law allowed. Her dream world collapsed instantly. Tears came, not from remorse, but from fear. Fear of losing the stability I had given her. Fear that Anthony might not hold up when faced with real responsibilities like fatherhood and bills. She pleaded for a chance to talk it over, but I shook my head. "This was your decision," I said. "Now you live with it." The weeks blurred together after that. She packed her things and moved in with Anthony. I signed the divorce papers without a trembling hand. People think heartbreak leaves you in pieces, but for me, it was oddly freeing. I had already mourned the death of our marriage long before her confession. By the time she left, I was ready to move forward. Months later, a mutual acquaintance told me her life with Anthony wasn't the dream she'd imagined. Bills piled up, the stress of pregnancy weighed on them, and whispers suggested Anthony wasn't as committed as she believed. I wasn't surprised. Men like him thrive in secrecy, but crumble under the weight of responsibility. I didn't celebrate her misery. Instead, I just felt closure. She had made her choice, and now she had to live with it. As for me, I rebuilt. I reconnected with old friends, revived hobbies I'd abandoned, and for the first time in years, I felt free. That night, my steady response had left her speechless, but it had also released me. Sometimes strength isn't clinging on, it's knowing when to let go. And when I finally did, I realized I hadn't lost myself at all. I had found me again.